नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। Hare Krishna. By Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita every day. And by Krishna's mercy, we finished 27 slokas in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the opulence of the Absolute. So in this chapter, we are understanding about Krishna's opulence even more. And now Krishna is saying that he is everything. Krishna is the best in everything. So that way, we need to understand one thing from Bhagavad Gita, even from Brahma Samhita also. He is the Adi Purusha. Krishna is the Adi Purusha. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that I am the Purushottama. So Krishna is saying that in this world, there are two kinds of beings, two kinds of Purusas. There is Dvaubhuta, there is Dvavimau Purushau Loke, Charas Chakshara Evacha. Dvavimau Purushau Loke, Charas Chakshara Evacha, Ksharaga Sarvani Bhutani, Kutastho Aksharam Uchyate. So, fallible and infallible. So, in this material world, everything is fallible, and in the spiritual world, everything is infallible. So, two kinds of in this Purusha Loke, Charas and Akshar. So, Krishna is saying that Yasmat Ksharam Atitokam Aksharat Apicha Uttamaha Tatosmi Loke Vedecha Pratitaga Purushottama. That's what Krishna is saying. So, I am above all these things. Yasmat Ksharam Atitoham Aksharat Apicha Uttama. Tatosmi Loke Vedecha Pratitaga Purushottama. So, because I am the transcendental beyond both the fallible and infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as the supreme person. So Krishna is the supreme personality of God. That's what we need to. So Krishna is above everything. So Uttamaga Purusastu Anyaga Paramatme iti Udahritaga Yolokatrayam Mavisya Bibhakti Avyayaga Iswaraga. So Uttamaga Purusastu Anyaga Paramatme iti Udahrita. So there is a Uttama Purusha who is other than this Kshara and Akshara. So there is Uttama Purusha. So the Kshara is all the beings in this material world is Kshara, and all the beings in the spiritual world, they are Akshara. Whereas this Uttama Purusha, so Uttama Purusas to Anyaga, Paramatme iti Udakridar. So he is known as Paramatma. Paramatme iti Udakridaga. Yolokatrayam avisya bivarti avyayaga isvaraga. So he is pervading in all the three worlds and he is celebrated in all the worlds as the Supreme Personality of God. So besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. So Bibarti means maintaining. Yolokatrayam avisya Bibarti avyayaga isvaraga. So that way, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. That's why Brahma says in each and every sloka in the Brahma Samhita that Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govinda is the Adi Purusha. He is the original primeval Lord. He is the Supreme Personality of God to whom I adore. So I worship. I worship Govinda, the Adi Purusha. So if we simply worship Krishna, knowing that Krishna is the ultimate, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, if we just keep Krishna as our goal, Yukta Asita Matparaga. So you keep me as your destination, Matparaga. So if we just do that, then we will be able to go to Krishna as well. We will be able to purify ourselves. We will be able to get free from this material world, free from attachment, fear, and anger. If you remember in the 3rd chapter, one of the very important questions Arjuna asked, so that is, by what one is simple to sinful acts unwillingly as if engaged by force. So for that Krishna said, it is only Kama and Krodha. And that Kama and Krodha is starting from where? That Kama and Krodha is starting from attachment. From attachment to this material world. Attachment to the results of our activities. So from there only all the problems are starting. That is the starting point of all our problems. So that's why we are bound to this material world. Because of Kama and Krodha. So, because of attachment. If you don't have any attachment, then there are no more problems. There are no issues. It's all coming because of our attachment to this material sense objects. So, Krishna is saying that if we just take shelter unto him, if we just get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and realize and understand that Krishna is our Supreme Personality of Godhead, and if we fall in love with Krishna, as we are saying every day, so if we, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we are attaching ourselves to Krishna, so then Krishna, when we take shelter unto Krishna, then Krishna is saying that we will be purified. Because when we take shelter unto Krishna, means we are doing all our activities for Krishna. So that way, Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. So we will be freed from attachment, fear, and anger. Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. So that happens only when we take shelter unto Krishna. Manmaya Mam Upashita. Mam Upashita. So Manmaya Mam Upashita. Manmaya. What is the meaning of Manmaya? Manmaya means thinking about me. That's what Manmaya. So Manmaya Mam Upashita means taking shelter unto me. So one who always thinks about me and takes shelter unto me, then he will be freed from Raga, Bhaya, and Krodha. Attachment, fear, and anger. So if you just take shelter unto Krishna, if you just understand this Bhagavad Gita very well and follow all the principles given in this Bhagavad Gita, if we just surrender ourselves unto Krishna, just with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because that automatically happens. There is no force. Nothing is forcing us, but this is a natural force, the natural attraction. So the natural attraction which develops towards Krishna. So we will be attracted to Krishna. We will be focusing everything on Krishna. So the natural attraction comes just with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. If we have Bhagavad Gita knowledge, then we are going to be attracted to Krishna. There is no doubt about it. Simply, we will be simply attracted to Krishna. So then that happens if you always think about Krishna, then only we will be freed from attachment, fear, and anger. Attachment to this material sense objects, material world, and we will be freed from fear and anger. So that's why Krishna said that Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha Manmaya Mam Upashitaha Bhagavo Jnana Tapasa. Bhagavo means many persons. Many persons in the past, jnana, with the knowledge, and tapasa, with austerity. Bhagavo jnana tapasa putha, purified. So that's the main thing we need to understand, jnana. This jnana is very important. This knowledge is the starting point of everything. That's what we are getting now. We are getting this knowledge, jnana. So if we have this knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, jnana, and then tapasa, then we will undergo austerities. Because austerities means here, because when we want to remember Krishna, when we want to serve Krishna, we will have to, for example, getting up early in the morning and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and offering prasadam unto Krishna, and worshipping Krishna. So all kinds of activities, all kinds of things, what we do for Krishna. So it is austerity. So that's why this austerity, tapasa, is very important. So Bhagavo Jnana Tapasa Puta Madbhava Magata. So they purify themselves and will attain my nature. That's why Krishna said, Idam te na tapaskaya. So anyone who is not willing to undergo any austerities, he's a lazy guy who doesn't want to serve Krishna, who doesn't want to do anything. So idam te na tapaskaya, na bhaktaya. So one who is not a devotee, this knowledge cannot be explained to them at all. Idam te na tapaskaya, na bhaktaya kadasana, nacha asusrusave vashyam. This knowledge cannot be explained to them. Nachama yo abhyasuyate. Also those who are envious of me, this knowledge cannot be explained. So one who is not willing to undergo any austerities. So that way, here Krishna is saying that Bhagavo Jnana Tapasa Putha, purified. Madbhava Agataha. That's a very important line, very important word. Madbhava. Madbhava means my nature. Madbhava Agataha means they will attain my nature. So we will get Krishna's nature. What is Krishna's nature? Krishna's nature is, Krishna is saying that Echaiva satvika bhavaha rajasa tamasaste mattayevaiti tan vidhi natvaham tesu temayi tribhigi gunamayegi bhavegi yebhigi sarvamidam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamyebhyaga param avyam. So Krishna's nature is mamyebhyaga param avyam. I am above the modes of nature. So when we get Krishna's nature, means we will also be freed from the modes of material nature. So at that point of time, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita in the 7th chapter, Naham prakasaga sarvasya yogamaya samavrita. Mudoyam nabhijanati yogoma majam avyam. So I am not visible to everyone because I am covered by the yogamaya. So when we go above the modes of material nature, then we will be able to see Krishna. Then Krishna will be visible to us. Then we can interact with Krishna. So right now also Krishna in the form of Bhagavad Gita knowledge is interacting with us. That's very important. Because this Bhagavad Gita is not different from Krishna at all. This Bhagavad Gita and Krishna are one and the same. Because we are getting the knowledge about ourselves, we are getting the knowledge about Krishna, everything directly from Krishna. Krishna is directly talking to us. Sakshat Kadayataka Swayam. So that's why every day we are studying Bhagavad Gita. Every day we are making progress and we are understanding. And more and more, when we study this Bhagavad Gita, when we understand more and more about Krishna, we are getting closer and closer to Krishna. We are getting Yayata Mam Prabhatyade Tam Sataiva Bhajamiyakam. To the extent one comes to me, to the extent one surrenders unto me, to that extent I will also worship you. That's what Krishna said. Even though Srila Prabhupada translated it as, to that extent I will reward. So here Krishna is saying that Yayata Mam Prabhatyade Tam Sadeva Bhajamiyakam. To the extent Bhajami Akam. Bhajami Akam means I also worship. That's what Krishna is saying. So that way, with this yajna, this jnana yajna, and what progress we are making every day is actually taking us more and more closer to Krishna. So when we get closer to Krishna like this, so then at some point of time, when we make this 100% progress, when we are able to give up completely all the attachment to this material world, when we are not thinking about anything in this material world, when we are able to fully focus only on Krishna, so at that point of time, we will be actually liberated from this material world and will go to Krishna. But in the opposite side, if you don't surrender unto Krishna, if you don't have this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, that means we are getting bound more and more into this material world. So when we are getting bound more and more into this material world, so that means we are getting ourselves away from Krishna even more and more. So that should not happen in our life. That's what is very important. So we should get ourselves more and more closer to Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that happens only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, not by any other means. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is our permanent asset. So just if we have this knowledge fully, completely understand each and every sloka, all the meanings of everything, because it's very easy, very straightforward to understand. All the slokas taught by Krishna, all the slokas sung by Krishna, it's very, very easy, very straightforward. And it brings us so much happiness, as I was explaining yesterday about the happiness, because this is the kind of happiness we are not getting from the sense objects. This is the happiness, it is directly coming from inside, in our mind, the satisfaction. Our mind is satisfied. When we are able to please Krishna, then we are actually pleasing ourselves. That means our mind is very, very focused. That means our intelligence is very well established. So because of that, we are very happy. We don't need anything from external world. And whatever is needed to maintain our body, our physical body, that is already Krishna is taking care of. There is no doubt about it. So whatever knowledge we need, Krishna is giving us. And whatever job we are doing, Krishna will make us to do very nice. Krishna will give us the intelligence, knowledge, strength, power. Everything is coming from Krishna. So that way, just by surrendering unto Krishna, just by taking shelter into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, so we are actually making use of this human life to our fullest extent. That is the main thing. That's what is needed. Because getting this human life and this human body and getting this opportunity is very, very rare, and we got it. And we are making use of it. So that way, if we study and understand this Bhagavad Gita completely, we are going to go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. So in the 10th chapter, Krishna is saying that I am everything. So we understand. Krishna says that he is Vishnu, he is Shiva, and he is Brahma, he is Rama, he is Ganda. So he is everything. So I am everything. So that's what Krishna is saying. So he said that I am the even Japa Yajñosmi, Yajñanam Japa Yajñosmi. That's what Krishna is, the Japa Yajña. So we need to simply chant Hare Krishna. That's what is the Japa. So the Japa we will do is that simply chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that is Krishna himself. And then in the sloka what we studied yesterday, Krishna said that in the sloka number 27, Asvattaga Sarva Vrikshanam Deva Rishinam Cha Naradaga Gandharvanam Chitraradaga Siddhanam Kapilo Munihi. That is the sloka number 26 we studied. Of all the trees, I am the banyan tree. Asvattaga Sarva Vrikshanam. Of all the sages among demigods, I am Narada. And of all the Gandharvas, I am Chitrarada. Of all the Siddhas, all the perfected beings, I am Kapila Muni. Then in the sloka what we studied yesterday, Krishna said that Uchaisravasam Asvanam Viddimam Amirtotbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam Cha Naradipam Uchaisravasam Asvanam Viddimam Amirtotbhavam. You understand that I am of all the horses, I am Uchaisrava, which was produced when Amrita was produced, when nectar was produced by churning the ocean. Then I am also of all the elephants, lordly elephants, I am Airavata. Then of all among beings, I am the king, I am the monarch, I am the king. That's what Krishna said. And now Krishna is continuing in the next sloka, the sloka number 28. Ayudanam aham vajram Denunam asmi kamaduk Prajanaschasmi Kantarpaga Sarpanam Asmi Vasuki Ayudanam Aham Vajram. Of all the Ayudas, all the weapons, I am thunderbolt, Vajrayuda. So Vajram means thunderbolt. Of all the weapons, I am the thunderbolt. You know, the power of the thunderbolt is so much. And so that's what Krishna is saying, that of all the weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Dhenunam asmi Kamaduk. Of all the cows, I am Kamaduk, the desire fulfilling cow. So that is Kamaduk, Surabhi cow. So I am the Kamaduk. Dhenunam asmi Kamaduk. Then Prajanascha asmi Kantarpa. Of all the population, there is Kantarpa. So the Cupid. So we already studied about the Gandharvas. So Kantarpa. So Prajanascha asmi. So I am the of the causes for procreation. I am Kantarpa. So that's what Krishna is saying. Sarpanam asmi Vasuki. Of all the sarpas, means of all the snakes. So I am Vasuki. So that's what Krishna is saying, that I am Vasuki. So that way, what we understand in this 10th chapter, that Krishna is everything, Krishna is the best in everything. So what we understand from Bhagavad Gita, everyone who is able to do anything in this world is only that ability is coming from Krishna. So that Sabdaga ke Paurusam Risu. So I am the sound in ether, sound in space, and I am the ability in main. So Balam Balavatam Charnam. I am the strong of the, I am the Krishna is the strong. So like that, Krishna is Balam, Krishna is the ability, Krishna is the energy. So everything is coming from Krishna. That's why we are able to live in this world. That's why we are able to do our activities, our jobs, everything we are able to do. But unfortunately, without the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we just take it for granted. Everything belongs to us. Everything is permanent here, and we just have to go after material sense objects. We just have to do this, do that. I want to accomplish this. I want to get this, get that. Like that, we are simply running after the material sense objects until the time of death. Even persons at the age of 75, even at 80, they are very much attached to this material sense objects. We should not be. Because we are going to leave this world, everyone. It doesn't matter whether we are old or whether we are young, it doesn't matter. Because especially when we are old, if we are very much attached, that shows utter foolishness. And if we are young, we are very much attached to material sense objects, that shows that we are simply wasting this time, young and energetic time. So this power, this strength, the energy, what we have right now, it should be fully used in serving Krishna. So only when we serve Krishna, when we are connected with Krishna, and especially this one service, if we do it very nicely, just spreading Krishna's message, teaching Bhagavad Gita, studying Bhagavad Gita, and spreading Krishna's message with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So then everything else Krishna will take care of. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are able to continuously make progress, and we have successfully finished this sloka number 28 today in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which has got 42 slokas. So we will discuss now if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.